My trajectory as a woman and an immigrant was, I think, positive in many ways. I'm very grateful to my parents and the opportunities I had to come to this country at a very young age. I was 6 when we came, so all of my education was in this country. Went to college on scholarships, to a good college, so I'm very grateful for that. However, the corporate world was not that accepting of me when I I worked for a number of large corporations in basically a male-dominated field, commercial real estate. So I definitely ran into some obstacles. And so although I was, in my mind, had overcome a number of hurdles up to that point in my trajectory as a woman and as an immigrant, because I was very driven, I was very hardworking, I was very motivated. The corporate world wasn't necessarily ready to accept me, particularly a male-dominated business, wasn't necessarily ready to accept me as one of them. So that became pretty frustrating, though I hung in there and kept trying with different companies and different situations. I went from large public companies to smaller companies to private companies. And in every situation, I found managers that weren't necessarily willing to advance me because they didn't want to lose their positions or their power. So to make a long story short, I felt I made good progress early on in my career, but then definitely reached a glass ceiling and became very frustrated with that because I definitely put my heart and soul into my career and felt that I wasn't fully valued for the work I did. I think the major psychological impact in my life has been feeling like an outsider. Even though I came here at a young age, I still felt that I was an outsider among my friends that were born here, among my business colleagues, because they were mostly men, among my superiors who were, again, predominantly men. So to feel like an outsider, I think, is the struggle of most immigrants and most women. So you feel it doubly strong when you're an immigrant and a woman. My dream world, I feel I have achieved a lot of my dream world, to have, great daughters, to have a supportive husband, to have a very accepting family, to have, a nice place to live, to have had a career that I felt, I enjoyed in many ways. But I think the regrets that I have are that I would have liked to have been allowed to be more myself. There were things that I compromised about who I am. I didn't feel that I could fully express myself creatively, or I probably would have been more comfortable in an entrepreneurial environment where I could have been more myself, more creative. I had wanted to be an architect. Fortunately, I wasn't, because architects don't make much money. One of my friends said that they make about $5 an hour. I think that's true. But I think to have felt more fulfilled, I think those elements would have been important to me. Creativity and entrepreneurial, and to just be more myself. I really felt I had to be, yeah. I felt I had to always be something different than who I was in order to attempt to be accepted.